Hi, welcome to the newsletter. Hope you like the new designed logos. We've made it a bit smaller. We've got it on caps, some sweaters, some head covers. So we've taken the script away from the top, made it a little bit smaller and neater, and I think I quite like it. I hope you do too. So slightly different this week as we're all getting used to self-isolating. I hope you're keeping home, I hope you're keeping safe, and I hope you're keeping well. This week I'll be actually editing the newsletter, so the team at Foremost are at home now. Their offices are closed, but we're able to do our own editing and get some info out to you, which I think is great. It's very important to keep in touch, and hopefully you enjoy it. This week I've got a couple of things that we're going to have a look at. I'm going to get you involved. I've got a free draw. What I need from you is a video of you keeping the ball up, flicking the ball up with the club 5 times. And once you've got one of them, I want you to send it to me, and I'll put you in a free draw for a dozen Pro V1 golf balls. With the best videos, I'll also include it in next week's newsletter, so hopefully there'll be some good ones. We'll also get to see what your gardens look like now, so get you cutting the lawn before you send the videos in. And the other thing is I've got a chipping tip for you that hopefully you can do a little bit of work on in the downtime. Right, so here's my chipping tip for you. Very important part of the game. 2 things I want to talk about is how you actually set up to the golf ball, and then secondly, what drives the golf club when you're chipping, what moves the golf club when you're chipping. Okay, so I like to get my ball position in the front half of my stance. I like to feel as if I'm just advanced of centre, because the feeling I have then is one where I allow myself just to lean into my left side. I'm about 60% of the weight onto that side. I often see people, when I say that to them, they'll bump the hip in and their spine goes that way. And what that actually does is it means that the swing bottoms out before you get to the ball, and that leads to lots of tops, thins and duffs. So just be very careful, very important that when you lean, you get that scenario going. The next thing I like to think about is getting the shaft in a fairly upright position. I think of the spoke of a bicycle wheel, so that it feels the shaft is quite net neutral. I often see people getting quite a lot of shaft lean, and again that causes issues in allowing the club head to swing past the ball. So I like to feel that the shaft is quite neutral. Once I get into that position, that's me ready to make the swing. Now, what drives the golf club? Most people think that they've got the bat in the hand, they've got the golf club in the hand, and that's what's going to move the club. And quite often you see people keeping very still, and all they do is they're doing everything with their hands, manipulating the club head, and you can see to do that my body's having to move, and that's causing a lot of issues in terms of precision of impact. So what I would like you to think about as the mover or the engine of the golf swing is your rib cage. Okay, so the feeling is you get your elbows nicely into your side, and then feel your rib cage is rotating around a nice still center. So you get your sternum slightly into your left side, and then just feel as if your rib cage is moving the club head for you. Feel nice and relaxed. Don't be tight or tense. Nice and soft with your arms, nice and heavy. And if I put that on the ground, rib cage, and then you get a much more consistent swing arc, giving you more consistency in shot. So if I just play one for you, getting my setup nice and comfortable, elbows in. Give it a try and see how you get on. Right, for the draw, to win a dozen Titleist Pro V1 golf balls, what I want you to do is send me in your best juggling video. You've got to have a minimum of 5 juggles. Send them to me by WhatsApp. My details are on the newsletter, and the best ones will go into the draw and win the Titleist balls. For those of you with more accomplished juggling skills, what I want you to do is show me your best trick. If you go on YouTube, you'll see some amazing skills with people juggling golf balls. So my best trick is so send those in, and again we'll have the best on next week's newsletter, and the winner will win a prize also. Right, well that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed the newsletter this week. I'm looking forward to seeing those videos, so if you could send them to me via WhatsApp, I'll leave my mobile on the newsletter. That would be great, and as I say, we'll get them out in next week's newsletter as well. Well, one good thing about having a bit of time is you've got some extra reading time, and I'll be doing a little bit of extra reading on The Plain Truth by Jim Hardy, a great coach. Probably share a little bit with you over the coming weeks. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this, and just all it leaves me to say is stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.